Hello, lovely parents, teachers, and anybody that cares about children and follows Tribe Within. I wanted to do a little quick follow-up on my blog. If you haven't read my blog, you can click the link below and go to Tribe Talk. But just as a little recap, my blog is all about recognizing the signs of anxiety in children, and it is really important that we learn to identify signs of anxiety because it is known that anxiety is like a gateway disorder, and that most adults and adolescents that have depression, self-harm, OCD, or have more serious mental illness do say that they had anxiety as a younger child as well. So anyway, read that blog if you have a chance, but I wanted to follow up because I thought of a really great tip for parents who are struggling with a child who doesn't like to talk about their anxiety. I'm sitting with Dee, my daughter, and we were reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I want to do a plug for these books because they're amazing. So thank you so much, Mr. Kinney. But anyway, we were laughing about how in this Diary of a Wimpy Kid, he talks about his school and the things that just happened, but he includes every anxious, fearful, embarrassing, every detail, and that's what makes it entertaining because it's so real. Anyway, we decided that Dee should do her own Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and she named it something else because she doesn't want to be wimpy. Interesting. Anyway, so we started doing this, and journaling is well known to help combat rumination, which is when someone focuses on their anxiety and the causes and the consequences over and over and over and just get into kind of obsessive thoughts about their anxiety. So it's known to help with that. So I thought, great, fabulous. Let's do a journal. We started writing the journal, and Dee wrote about her day. I knew something embarrassing happened at one point in that day, and she skipped over it. So I said, well, wait a minute. This is supposed to be Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So you're supposed to write everything, everything. And she said, well, no, somebody might read it. Of course, I already knew from all sorts of things that Dee does not like to admit that she's fearful, admit that she's anxious. She doesn't like to talk about it. She sees it as a sign of weakness and still needs a secret and safe place to express her anxiety. So for her, we had a back page of the journal that has all the embarrassing things that happened in the day. Because they're separate from the main stuff, nobody would understand reading just about embarrassing thing after embarrassing thing that it happened to her. And I'm sure you can see the connection. So for her, it was a safe place to put down those things, but she was still getting them out. It's really important that our children are able to get these anxious feelings, fearful things, bad things that happen during the day or that they perceive as bad out. So top tip is this: if you have a child that is like Dee, who really does not like to talk about their negative feelings in particular, who see it as a sign of weakness or just don't feel comfortable in general, find a secret and safe space. Some ideas that are maybe having a diary that you lock and hide, maybe having a secret page, maybe your child can write down the thing that happened and rip it up and put it into the bin right away. Maybe your kid doesn't like writing, and you can suggest that they talk to your pet about their problems, who can't talk anyway or say a thing. Maybe you suggest that they go out into a field where there's nothing around and just say it out loud to the birds and the wind and have it blow away. There are lots of ideas that you can use to kind of cater to your child's personality and how they may or may not express themselves, and create that safe space. Make sure that their anxiety, that their fear, their negative feelings, their embarrassing moments are never discovered by the world. And that is a first step into helping them find their voice and talk about all of their feelings, even the ones that they feel they don't yet want to own. So that's your little tip, and I hope you do read the blog if you haven't already. And please follow us on Tribe Talk, where we will try to give you top tips around childhood anxiety, mental health for children, and just anything that we think is relevant. So follow us, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.